And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. We've got ourselves something a little bit different today. We have got a 4 versus 3 on the city of Rome. Rome is actually a pretty tough attack, man. It's a pretty tough settlement to attack. On one side, we have got 3 different Romes. And on the attacking side, we have 4 barbarian factions. So real quick, let's go ahead and get into some armies and commanders. So first of all, over on this side of Rome, we have, I believe this is the Caesar and Gaul Rome because they've got longbow hunters and stuff like that. That's another thing that's different about this is it's a battle where they were allowed to bring any Rome from any DLC. So we have the Caesar and Gaul Rome over here. I don't know which one is which when it comes to the commanders, just a heads up. I think this is Decibel. Decibel is the person who sent it in, and obviously his flag is yellow. So Decibel, I believe, is playing the Caesar and Gaul Rome. Right up against him, we have Arverni being commanded by, I think it's supposed to be Timid. Now, next to them, we have, I think this is more Decibel, but we've got Gallic Rome here being commanded by Rabbit. And then finally, on the far side, I believe this is just the normal Rome being commanded by Magnus. Now, for the attackers, we've already seen Arverni, but we've got Swaby being commanded by Lauschenkoli? Ankoli? I don't know. We've got Gete being commanded by Dr. Hairpeas. And then finally, we have Tylus being commanded by the Honorable Sir Buckethead, or Lord Buckethead. Yeah. So, Rome is a really tough attack, guys. So, your attack points are here, 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 and finally here. They are usually pretty small, so notice not a very broad attack area. It's pretty much a straightforward. Technically, you have over here as well. But really, you don't get very much in the way of angles, things like that. Got the Syrian archers sitting here ready to support. Coming up on the wall, though, we've got Swaby's club levy. Come on, give me a good shot here. There we go. Look at that. More and more dropping on the walls. Now, the problem is he, I think, is going way too fast. I'm of the opinion both Arverni and Swaby, are going way too fast. Their middle factions, Tylus and Gete, are nowhere near attacking their walls. And what I think that means is that their numerical advantage is being nullified by the fact that, Arverni and Rome right here going 1v1. I get a feeling that Rome's going to win this matchup. It's a tough defense. There's not a whole lot of, areas where Arverni can get good angles here. He's trying his best getting a Gallic Hunter over here. It might do okay. But in the end, I just don't think this is a good fight right here. And Tylus finally moving stuff up, but he's got a ways. Gete, I don't think has moved a single thing. He did lose a ballista, by the way. Swaby, once again, I don't think this is a good matchup. Swaby's infantry is pretty notoriously low armored, so even the club levy, which for them is their, one of their heavier armored units, is still only 40 armor. So you can see the Syrian archers are set up well and able to just decimate these club levy when they drop on the walls. They are getting shot back by, I believe, Cimbri bowwomen. Yep. So we got Hastati going up against them. Looks like just Hastati at the moment. He has nothing up closer, higher than a Hastati. He's got a bunch of his mainline infantry, a bunch of Evocati cohorts back here. Where's the rest? That doesn't seem like very much of army. Interesting. And now looks like Swaby is going to send stuff all the way over here, possibly? Not sure how well that's going to go, but... Now, something to remember, even though this is a 4v3, there's a reason that we don't usually allow multiple, like, you're using factions from different DLCs in a grand campaign matchup. And that is because they are not balanced to fight each other. The units from Gallic Rome are supremely different than the units from Grand Campaign Rome. Same thing with the units from the Caesar and Gaul Rome. You can get veteran legionaries for like 100 gold cheaper on the Caesar and Gaul Rome than you can on the regular Rome, which means you can just bring a ton of them. They're really good. There might even be some stat differences I can't remember right off the top of my head. But that's one of the big bonuses to the Caesar and Gaul Rome is the super, super, super cheap veteran legionaries. Now, it does look like he's bringing stuff over to support himself. We even have chariots, ladies and gentlemen. Chariots from Rome on the battlefield. So yeah, this Rome bringing another veteran legionary over to support this side. He may need it. I didn't think this was going to go very well, but Arverni's doing okay. I still think he was a little fast on his attack, and he probably is wishing that Tylus sent some units over here to help. Tylus has stopped. Getae is advancing down the bridge. Now, what I like to do, if people attack this way, you know what I like to do? Sally out and set up on the bridge. You defend right in here. Or you don't even have to do that. You can even just defend like this. You defend like this as they come in. You shoot them from the sides. All sorts of dirty stuff you can do there. That's why I don't think it's a good idea to attack that area. Rome here is... I mean, Swaby's gotten more than I thought going here. He does have berserkers on the wall. He did frenzy. He did headhunt. Some of their units trapped under the... Some of the times these wooden bridges can be really janky. See, this is the unit, but some of his stuff is stuck over here. I think he gave up on that push over there. So what's happening right now, the Berserkers basically getting shot in the back where they were. Syrians look like they're pulling away. Still have Syrians right here. Not as good of an angle, but they are shooting. Bounce power is heavily in the attacker's favor, but you gotta, or maybe not heavily, but you gotta remember they do also have probably, I don't know, at least 18 to 2,000 men more than the defenders do. All right, so Rome, Gallic, or Caesar and Gaul Rome has pretty much won the side. He's just cleaning up the stuff. Arverni just didn't have the units. Naked warriors would not do well going up there by themselves. Tylus didn't send anything, so in all reality, Rome just had the better matchup here. So Arverni sent his leftover stuff over to Tylus. Now remember that the unit or the factions on the other side are relatively good. Tylus is a good faction, Swaby's a good faction, Arverni's a good faction. So we will just see how this all goes. They did break a wall here. Gallic Rome bringing his cab back inside. We do have, I think, actually 2 chariots on the battlefield, by the way. Where'd they go? Armored chariots from Gallic Rome, and then just regular chariots from Caesar and Gaul. So I'm interested to see how they do before the day is done. Another wall down. Cav coming out, but charging up against armored spears. I'm not sure I fully understand that. Armored spears don't have javelins, but they do have counter cavalry tactics, as you just saw them pop it. He got 6 kills, lost 6 men. You know what I mean? That is not a good trait. You know what I mean? Because you got to remember, the cavalry unit is only 80 men. So losing 6 men is far more impactful to the cavalry than it is to the 160-man armored spear. The armored spear does look like he's taken other losses. But you can see Gete brought in some spear horsemen. I think these Typhali cavalry, I think, are better. Well, they're medium melee. And this is a heavy melee. So spear horse might be better. Hold on, let's see. 42, 35, 29, 27. Looks like the Typhali cavalry look better. Now, Rome over here seems to have given up this area to Swaby. I'm a bit surprised. I think he definitely could have, really set that and, not let them go any further. So I'm intrigued. Syrians look like they want to get more shots. They're shooting at the sword masters on the wall. It's a good target. Watch out for the round shield swords, though. Archer's running away. I was just still really surprised at how many Hastati he has compared to how many heavy infantry he has. Now, what did Gallic Rome bring? We have 2 units of Balearic Slingers. And so he brought all 4 Balearic Slingers. Interesting. I believe Caesar and Gaul Rome brought 4 Longbow Hunters. More veteran legionaries here. He's ready to defend this area. Oh, this is another thing. The Caesar and Gaul Rome can bring a veteran legionary general. An infantry gen for Rome. How about that? Yes, give me another infantry unit to use. Now they're not tied down by kind of a shitty 80-man cav unit.
Quick march! Pick your targets!
What's getting shot here? Oh, club levy. That is one of the cool thing about the other DLC versions of some of the factions is that the minor unit differences. So the Caesar and Gaul Rome being able to bring things like club levy and longbow hunters and things like that, compared to the Rome from Grand Campaign that doesn't get any of that. Gallic Rome, they've got their longsword legionaries or longsword cohort. So you can see they basically are kind of a mashup between a, chosen sword and a legionary. They are legionaries, but they carry longer swords instead of the regular, Gladius. Sorry, my brain went blank there for a minute. So the other Rome player basically deciding to hold here now. He does need to be careful. Swordmaster's running along the wall here. He does have angle to shoot those, though, when they start getting a little bit further this way. I don't know how the Typhali Cav has gotten all the way out here, but it's wreaking havoc among the Dacian heavy bowmen. He's about to break. 62 kills, though. Dacian Giant Ballista, I'm pretty sure, is out of ammo. I think he's smart. He hasn't landed yet. He's moved forward, but he has not landed on the walls quite yet. I think it's a good idea. I think he's waiting for a little bit better progress from his flanks before he starts dropping down. Tylus here leading the way. You got our Vernie kind of chilling in the background because, to be perfectly honest with you, they can't really do much for themselves at the moment. He does have his archers up here supporting, shooting the club levy. All right, now up on the walls, Rome did put Hostati on the wall, and they are now fighting the Sword Masters. Now they just need to begin shooting said Sword Masters. Okay, you got ammo, and you got ammo, so why are you guys just standing there? Do something about it. They have not decided to push this flank yet. It may not be a terrible flank to push, though. There's not great angles for the defenders to, like, shoot you in the flanks or anything like that. So it could be a relatively okay to shoot, place to attack, excuse me. My brain said shoot because I saw the archers shooting like I was just talking about. Needs to be careful. He's now getting shot by the Kimbri bowwomen. If he goes 3v, like if he's got all of his archers and slingers going up against them, he will easily win that matchup. All right, Dacian heavy bows moving up. He's got a bunch of Falxmen back here. A triple gold chevron noble sword. Stop it. Get out of here. Brought a bunch of, well, when I say a bunch, it's hard to say a bunch for Getae because they can only bring 4. But he brought a bunch of mercenary axe warriors. But the spear units for Getae, I don't like them. Majority of them don't come with javelins, and all in all, spear units in this game are supremely underpowered. Oh, hey, look at this! We got Galathracian infantry from Tylus. I'm always a fan to see them on the battlefield. Look at all those Javies in there, or the Pila in their shields. Veteran Legionaries just laying it in. Also got your longbow hunters shooting at, oh yeah, great target. Naked warriors, get rid of them. Looks like they've basically abandoned the tower attack and are fully focusing this and possibly that. He did leave a club levy over here. He's got a depleted veteran legionary as well, but he has moved majority of his units relatively close to the other side. Also got a tower getting neutralized. Actually, it might be getting recaptured. No, it's getting neutralized. Not sure. Oh, it's these guys. That's how they're... I was like, I'm not sure how they're neutralizing it, but it's those Galathracians. Dacian heavy bows up here now. This could be pretty good. They might be able to get some good shots. You just need to be really careful about counterfire. The Gallic Rome can't do it because he brought all Balearics. But the Caesar and Gaul Rome could because he's got his longbow hunters. Swordmaster's 167 kills. Evocati cohorts in combat. You got Berserkers back in. They're doing pretty good. They're out of control, but once this runs off, they're going to be exhausted. 129 kills. At the moment, just killing Hostati, but, you know, it's something. Hostati are kind of taking the chop-chop while the veteran legionaries over here going pew-pew. We also have a longsword cohort over here. Still a couple units of Akati left. Archers, I'm pretty sure, oh my gosh, 254 kills and he still has ammunition. He can't have very much though. So it looks like Gete is primarily going to focus his attention over here. We did just get the special unit thing from Arverni. He brought the Vercingetorix General, which they have like a one-time use abilities, which is kind of meh. I don't like abilities that I can use only one time. I'd rather, something like most of the other abilities you can use, pretty much any time throughout the battle. You just have to wait for the cooldown. More units coming up. Oh, I was like, what is shooting? But wow, the veteran legionary general for Rome. Holy crap, 43 out of 160. What the hell? And he only had 12 kills, so I don't know what he was dying to. Sorry, just getting a close-up here. Gete is not enjoying this fight. I can tell you that right now. Tylus is not in. The attackers are not enjoying this fight. They may be making some progress, but I don't know. They are running low on troops. Balance power is still relatively even, though. I see they did break the temple. I don't know if that was on purpose, but I don't believe they caught anything with it. If you have units sitting around this, when it collapses, you will lose a ton of men. Don't do it. Gete still has a bunch of stuff back here, and there's the Falksmen, which I understand being, choosy about when you use them, but, I mean, if you don't use them with support, you're really not going to get much out of them. Longsword cohort actually attacked, so this was the one that was over here, came in and is hitting the back lines. He's engaged with a depleted berserker, 115 kills. He's got Kimberly Bowwomen here as well. Longsword cohort's going to make short work of that, and then he's going to hit the back here, and it's going to be game over for Swaby. You can see that bounce power getting closer and closer. Oh, the armored chariot's coming in. Oh my gosh, 240 kills. But the Arverni heavy horse trying to counter them, I guess. I think he's honestly missing out a little bit. There's a lot of juicy stuff he could have kept getting into. It looks like he's going to come this way. He's either going to, I think he's going to go that way. He can't go out the gate at the moment. See, it's closed and it's neutralized, so they can't open it. But I think he's going to go right here and then maybe come back into the Arverni archers. Might break, though. He's taking some damage. 338, 400. Not yet, but he's probably going to get it. Biggest downside to what one of the attackers did here. You would think that Gete should have been prime and able to deal with that chariot. Just given all of the spears that he brought. But at the exact same time, he also kind of backed himself out of the best ability to deal with the chariot. Given that Gete, most of their spears don't get javelins, you lose your biggest counter to chariots, which is javelins, or at least it's one of them. You also have like shield wall and stuff like that, right? Shield screen. But in the end, the javelin is the way you punish chariot users and you punish cavalry users, because if you can't throw javelins or you have no javelins to throw, then chariots and cavalry can literally just ping pong all day with almost no repercussions, right? But let's say you have javelins and they charge you, and then as they try to run away, what happens? You javvy them, or you javvy them. So when you don't have that capability, in all reality, the chariot and the cavalry users can basically just do whatever they want because you can't really stop them. That's why I'm not a fan. Hashtag chariots are not OP. Oh my god. There's so many naked men on this field right now that YouTube might strike this down. LOL. Bounce power has shifted pretty much. It's not all the way, but it's there. Really the only thing propping up the bounce power at the moment are the leftover healthy units back here. You know, the like 600 Falksmen that are here that are about to get chopped to pieces. Probably not chopped to pieces, but probably shot to pieces. Tylus has a ton of Mercenary Thracian Peltis. Or really, or did I say Tylus? Yeah, Tylus. And then he's got Galathracian Infantry. But the Galathracian Infantry are not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with most of Rome's units. Rome from the other side is jumping to join his friends. Man, getting a little laggy here. I don't know if there's something running in the background. Like, did something start downloading all of a sudden? Damn. We still have the chariot from Caesar and Gaul Rome. I don't know why it's being all laggy all of a sudden. That's really weird. It's nothing more stressful than any other battle I've covered. I don't know. My driver's just my graphics driver's just updated, but maybe I need to check to see if they updated correctly. It's very odd. Longbow Hunter is just having a heyday. 260. Oh my god. But now they're shooting Falksmen. This is just easy kills. This is shooting fish in a barrel. This Falksman just got annihilated. There we go. Now it cleaned up. That's very odd. Well, maybe it did. I don't know. Look at all those Javies getting wasted there. I keep almost mistaking them for Arverni because of the flag. It's so similar. Tylus pretty much just on his last legs. You can see Gallic Rome bringing his Balearic Slingers out to the flats. That's going to allow him to sit here and shoot into Tylus. Here before too long, though, army loss is going to start kicking in. Especially more and more men that the attackers lose, the quicker that's going to start kicking in. You can see the Roman general came out here destroying the Getae Ballista. If he wanted to, he could probably also come clean this up. But now that the Falksman is coming back, it may not be a good idea. Falksmen do have a bonus versus large. I think for the Falksmen it's only 15, while Thracian warriors and Thracian nobles are 20. And yes, for those who, well, it doesn't say it, it's a hidden stat. It does exist, I promise. Same thing as their hidden stat against elephants. Falksmen and Thracian warriors and stuff like that have a bonus versus elephants as well. Ta-da! Once this unit breaks, I would counterattack. And they are already coming out of the gate, which means they're going to probably start pushing there. This battle's over. Over, man. Oh, Jin went in. See how good these Falksmen do back, though. Got to remember they are depleted, so they may not perform that well. Let's see, how'd they do? Only 5 kills, and I don't think that was on the cavalry. I'm kind of intrigued the Caesar and Gaul Rome is just now bringing in the chariots. He probably could have got a lot of kills on them earlier. General's dead? Oh no! Pretty sure that's what it said. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make sure this driver is updated correctly because I've never had this problem. It's either that or something's downloading in my background that I don't know about. It shouldn't be. Thankfully, it was here at the end when, you know, the battle was pretty much over. All right, and here we go. That is going to be it. Now remember, the numbers are going to look very skewed here, given the fact that there were a lot extra men to kill. So you can see you have 2 of the Romans getting over 3,000 kills, one of them 2,100. But that's because he's the one that went 1v1, right? He's the one who faced Swaby. The other 2 went 2v3. So Decibel, 3580. You know, once again, a bit skewed on the numbers, but all doing very well. Magnus with 2127, doing pretty good. He actually has pretty healthy units left. Rabbit as Gallic Rome with 3159. Once again, doing well, but look at this. Look at this. Triple Chevron, 430 kills, 513. Gallic Rome is really, oh my God, 702 kills on the armored chariots. All right, for Gete, we've got Dr. P, Hairpeas. We have Timid as Arverni. We have Laushankuli as Arverni. And finally, the Honorable Lord Buckethead as Tylus. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one. A little bit different, a little bit fun, something kind of a little bit different that we don't do every day. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. We will see you guys next time.